Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of How Do You Like Us Now with the Boss
The one and only Boss and me, Jules.
and the one and only Jules. Hi, nice to see you again. How you doing?
I'm good. I am, well, there's about 3,000 things going on right now, but who doesn't have 3,000 things going on right now? So,
No shit. I don't know about you two, but like we've been going through this Aries energy. And I feel like also the year of the horse, we can't forget that. So
yeah,
everything's like lit up, on fire, fucking full moving, boom, 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 boom. It's been hard to keep up with things. So there's
yeah,
certainly something to that. Whereas last year was about like shedding the skin. It was the year of the snake, right? So
yes.
it's been wild,
Yeah,
wild.
I feel like the
So
last 30-ish days, 20-ish days for me, especially because at the beginning of the year, I think I was just anticipating so much more movement in my life. But then
mm,
once the movement started, it really was just like balls to the wall. Like there was
yeah.
no, it was like slow going, and I'm like, okay, like let's get the show on the road, and then it just exploded. So I'm in the explosion.
You're in the
I'm
explosion part of
exploding.
things.
Yeah,
I know I'm feeling the same way, but I also feel like I just haven't been able to catch a breath.
no.
And every day I look at my calendar and I'm like,
I
okay.
completely lose track of days.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Completely. Yeah,
It's crazy. There's also been a lot of change in the air as well.
there
So I know
has.
you're
Yes.
going through some change. And yeah, I guess I'm not really, I think I'm going through continuous change.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah,
weird place right now.
it
The good thing
is.
though is that it's been sunnier, it's been warmer. Jules and I are here in Ontario, Canada, and thankfully I've actually been able to get some sun on my face finally because we had like
Finally,
7 million years of winter.
we did.
So don't move to Ontario, Canada.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe Northern Ontario, but Southern Ontario it's a little wonky.
Are you not having sun on your face?
Yes, yeah, it's been really windy though, where I'm at.
Yeah.
Really windy.
But
Yeah.
apparently that's something with the weather though, with the sun and the wind. Apparently that's normal. I don't understand the whole thing. I'm not a weather person.
I wanted to be a meteorologist when I was younger,
I
but then
remember.
it's all physics and math, and I don't like 1 plus 1 is 8 for me. So that dream went down the hole real quick.
Real
No
quick.
meteorology for me. Yeah.
Well, you would have been so cute though on
Oh,
TV.
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But the next best thing is being on a podcast with me.
exactly. See,
Right?
way
There you go.
better.
See, everything works out in the end.
Always does.
Yeah. So this month, what we're talking about is mental health. Mental health awareness month is this month, at least the Canadian version. I don't know if for me, every day is about mental health as far as
Yes.
I'm concerned.
Of
Um,
course. Of course.
right? It's kind
Yes.
of like, well, and also too on that note, because this is airing on May 14th, happy Mother's Day to you, Jules.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Well, to you
absolutely.
too.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I've got fur babies, but yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's quite a month for sure. Um, so we're going to just kind of chat about what mental health means to us and
Right.
kind of how I guess mental health has impacted us in slightly unusual ways. I feel that maybe have a stigma attached to them that shouldn't, because that's kind of where stigmas start to go away is sharing stories and sharing, your own experiences of things that maybe people don't really want to talk about. So I know, do you want me to start?
Yeah, go for it,
We didn't,
please.
we just kind of plan a little bit and
Yeah,
fucking fly off the
we're
seat of our
rolling with it. We're rolling.
so, so mental health, as I said, I mean, it's something that I strive to, have self awareness around 365 days a year. It's super, super important. I don't think it's something that until a few years ago really felt like it was even, part of conversations and actually taken seriously. And yeah, for me, we were going to kind of talk about a couple of stigmas attached to mental health, I guess, experiences or however you want to call it.
Sure.
And one of the ones that I've noticed is mental health around when you lose a fur baby. So when you have an animal in your life, and I'm going to get like teary eyed. Anyways, so this happened to me last year. Actually, on this day, May 14th, a year ago, my fur baby, Auzzie, took his last breath in my arms. It was his time. And, and he was my best friend and my soul cat. And just he meant the world to me, and very much like exactly a fur baby, like a little son to me.
Yes.
A lot of people don't get that. A lot of people, and that's fine.
No.
That's their thing. I get that, but it's
Yeah.
just this whole thing around kind of invalidating other people's experiences, and I feel like that's a really big impact on people's mental health.
It is.
Is exactly that, right? And I almost felt stupid even just being, because I work as a psychic medium, and the fact that I'm still in my grief, and it's been a year, and I literally like connect with people's loved ones in readings and animals as well, and I'm like, geez, like I'm feeling still sad about all of this, like but it felt like I should be better at it because of what I do. There's a whole weird thing around that. And yeah, I don't know. I tell, well, I guess too, it makes me a good medium in a sense in that regard, because I've experienced it myself, right? I've
Yes.
also experienced loved ones that I've been close to that have passed as well. But
Right.
geez, it's just when you meet that soul animal, and this, Julie, like it
Yes.
just, there's nothing like it. I know him and I have done lives together before, and we will do them again. And I'll show you a little picture because I have it here. My little Auzzie bear, baby bear, who I had. Well, I'm going to age myself, but I don't give a shit. I had him in my mid-20s, and there's his little paw print.
I love it.
Yeah, had him in my mid-20s, and he, yeah, passed when he was 15. So you all can do the math on my age. But yeah, there's like a weird thing around that. I don't know if you've experienced that, but it's just like,
Yeah, I mean, we had briefly talked about this, and I can understand and appreciate that some people aren't pet people, or they've never had an animal that they felt so connected to or so close to. And that's fine. That's okay. I don't expect everyone to be, but just that compassion piece and the
well, that
understanding
really
piece,
lacks
and
in a lot of people.
yes, and giving the space that some people need and the validation, right? Like it shouldn't be diminished in any way, shape, or form. Because even if I were to lose, well, I mean, I've had several animals pass, and it's very sad. Um, my experience could be totally different from your experience, but it doesn't make it less, right? It's not
Yeah.
about something being less or more or even, or it's just not. So I think it's important to really just hold space and understanding as best as you can for people, even if you don't understand it. And I think that applies to all mental health, because I'm not in your brain, you're not in my brain,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't make it any less more. It doesn't. So, and it's important that these things are coming to the forefront more so than they ever have been. I find you're seeing a lot more in the workplace where, people are being taken more seriously, like you're
Mm-hmm.
saying, in the workplace where they can actually express and say, like, this is not working for me, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
without just being like, sit down and work, like it's a lot different than it used to be, which is very important. So, but no, I mean, it's different, of course, having to say goodbye to a human per se than it is having to say goodbye to a pet per se, but it's still a
Mm-hmm.
soul. At the end of the day, you're still saying goodbye to a soul that you love deeply.
Exactly.
So to me, it's no different. And I just wish there was more openness and understanding to that, So
Yeah, and I mean,
yeah.
it's interesting too. I've had so many clients that are like, I lost my dog, or I lost my cat, and it's been 10 years, and they're teary-eyed, and I'm like, that's okay. It's okay. I feel like,
Absolutely okay.
you hit on something with the compassion piece, right? I feel like the more compassionate we can be, and the more kind we can be to each other, even if we don't quite understand, what the other person is going through, I feel like this world would be a much brighter and happier place, especially
It
in the
would be.
climate today.
Yeah.
Um, and it's really disheartening. And that's why,
It
the
can be.
mental
Yeah.
health piece is so important. And you've experienced your own kind of feelings around um, mental health as well, as far as like, you know,
Yes.
I'll let you speak about it, but
Yes, yeah, thank you. No, so I mean, of course, motherhood is its own in its own right. It's something totally different, regardless of whatever motherhood is to you, because there's about 100 different variations by all means.
Mhm.
But as much as postpartum is talked about, I really do feel like there's a lot of talk around and like what am I trying to say? Like it's not like it's not talked about, but until you live it, you don't understand it. And I think that matters for
Right.
everything else anyways too. Because prior to me being pregnant and then knowing that, postpartum happens, I spoke to several other women who had gone through several other experiences. And like the gamut is so huge because some
Mhm.
people really suffer greatly and some people are totally fine,
Mhm.
so it is a very unique experience. But for me, I had postpartum anxiety, pretty bad. I mean, there's obviously much more severe cases, but I just feel like now someone can't talk to you about something because your experience is so different, but I just wish that I would have almost been given more of like an okay to feel how I
Mhm.
felt.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I got that from friends and family, but it's like that yearning to really feel understood. And like also when you're in that headspace, you don't feel like you're being understood. And that can
Yes.
make it really hard too. But I kind of jokingly always say I've always wanted to make a list of like 100 things that I wish someone would have told me before I got pregnant
Mm.
that I could just like go back to. Because again, it's so different for everyone.
Yeah.
But postpartum like varies from depression, anxiety. Like, I mean, there's rage, like there's so many different facets to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's awful. It's an awful, awful, awful thing to go through. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Um, I had support. It's not like I didn't. It's just sometimes it just hits you like a ton of bricks and you're
Yeah.
just so not ready.
Well,
And
I mean, sure, hormones probably
massive
would
impact.
would play a factor in that as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think like social media is good for that kind of stuff, but I think sometimes you can kind of drown in it too, in the sense that you're like, oh, you see people who are in postpartum and you're like, well, I'm in postpartum, like you kind of like you get into that, like it's like
Yeah.
you're diving in that deep hole. So
Yeah.
it's like there's the good to it, but there's the bad to it too.
Yeah.
So I think around women's health in general, there needs to be a lot more done, especially for a mental health and how many things
Tell
we
me
go
about it.
through. Yeah. So because it's completely different than men, and I'm not, again, like men also struggle and suffer terribly with, depression, anxiety, absolutely. But it's so different
Mhm.
for women. So anyways, I kind of went on a tangent there, but
No, that's okay. But you
yeah,
know what? I think like two things that I would say. So first, number one, like I've seen several times over the years, maybe not so much in recent years, where women have been publicly, and I'm talking more celebrity or people like that,
yes.
but they've been
Hmm.
slammed for postpartum depression or
Yeah.
postpartum, however you want to phrase it. And it's just, you know what? I guess at the end of the day, it's like if you have not walked in those shoes, don't be so fucking judgmental,
No.
and that's where we go as a society so fucking fast is judgment, judgment.
Yeah. I
Um,
recently, oh, sorry, go ahead,
oh
Nina.
no, and sorry, and just the other point I was going to make is that I think that where the judgment comes sometimes is, as you said, it's like with social media, it's like, oh, well, they have that. Well, I have that too, or whatever. But I think also with postpartum in particular, you see somebody have a child and you're like, oh no, that's like the best thing that could ever happen to them. So maybe people don't understand that there's actually other feelings. Like you can have the best thing happen to you and also have, other feelings behind it, like anxiety or anger or
Yes.
sadness or depression or whatever it is. I'm
Yeah.
not going to pretend to, I've never been in that situation, but I can hold space for that, for you and but that's just the way I kind of am anyways. But yeah, sorry, and
Yeah.
what you were going to say?
Yeah, no, and you're right in that. And I also, that was something that took me a long time to realize is like both. both can be truths. You can have the best thing ever, but also be miserable and hate it. And that's
Mhm.
okay. They can coexist. It's
Yeah.
very much along the same lines.
Yeah.
And you know how you had mentioned earlier how you kind of felt like, oh, I shouldn't be grieving now and I shouldn't, that kind of thing.
Like a year later.
A year later, I still get a twinge of like, ugh, when I talk to other women and I'm like, after they have had children, I'm like, how are you feeling? They're like, honestly, I feel great. I feel great. And I'm just like, well, that must have been nice because I
Yes,
was fucking
I know.
miserable and cried every day and
I
like
know. Yep.
it was, so anyways, so yeah, it's those feelings exist in the same realm, but I don't
Sorry, that you said your cat.
oh well
I'm
well,
sorry.
this Tabitha's agreeing with me.
Oh, Tabitha's it's a sign
Yeah.
from Auzzie.
Yeah, maybe probably. Hi,
Jules
honey.
also has well, you have like 17 cats. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
I've
I was
got
never
lots
good
of
at math,
feelings,
but
but yes, yeah,
Tabitha is a black cat, just like
yeah.
Auzzie, and she's a
Um,
wonderful, wonderful cat. Okay.
good old
She's like,
Tabitha.
feed me.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? Who are you talking to, Mom?
Like, why are you doing this? Yeah, no, and so, I mean, well, social media, that's a whole other thing, but I was just going
Yeah.
to kind of loop back. I recently saw that there was a woman who had, this is a little dark, so pardon this, but a woman who had recently who had given birth to a child and the child passed away like suddenly within, I think it was weeks. I don't know all the details, but the child had been buried and she actually went to the gravesite and unburied the child to have her
Okay.
baby back. And she was put into prison or taken into custody or something along those lines. And it was actually kind of nice to see in the comments 98% of the comments were from women and they were like, she doesn't need to go to prison, she needs help, like she's in
Yeah.
severe
Yes.
postpartum and a
Yeah.
severe lot, like you're so out of your, it's, but like to have to go through that, I wouldn't wish that on anybody,
And
you know.
grief, whether it be grief of an animal, a loved one, the grief, it could even be sometimes grief shows up in how your life was then and is now, that kind of
Yes.
thing. Grief comes in so many different ways, and there's no right or wrong way
No, there's
to
not.
experience it, and it's a
Yeah.
very personal journey. And some people so-called handle things better than others, and but some people are just really disconnected from their feelings too. So
Or
there's
they shove
also
them down and they pop up later and they, like you
absolutely.
don't, yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it comes to bite you in the ass in some like way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
typically, if you don't
Yeah.
deal with it. So, yeah,
I think all that to say is just that kindness, compassion, empathy
yeah.
go so far, so long when it comes to mental health and certain stigmas attached to it, even if you don't understand it.
And just don't judge the book, right? Like, don't judge the book by
Exactly.
its cover. Um,
Exactly.
I mean, there are in several areas, I think, resources lacking for people. That's again
Oh,
a
for
whole
sure.
other topic. But I really do hope that the like momentum behind mental health and all of its facets, because there's a lot there. It keeps going because it's needed. Like it's
It is
very
needed.
much needed.
It is.
So, and yeah, I mean, there's improvements, but there's a lot more room to do a lot more things. So,
Absolutely. But I am glad to see the last several years because I even when you and I were younger, I don't recall having conversations around mental health.
I don't think I remember any of that until probably college. Like
And
even
this
in
is a good segue to what we would tell our younger self.
yeah, yes, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes, right. And so I think maybe in high school, but I don't really remember it in high school. Just talking about like I don't know, being a teenager, because being a teenager sucks sometimes,
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like drama,
It is
like
so
it's
difficult
life
because
is
you are
hard as a teenager. Like
it's
it
so
just
hard.
is, right?
So if
So
you're a teenager out there and you're watching this, cut yourself some slack.
yes,
It's
yeah.
very
I
difficult,
mean,
and we all have to go through it, and it's
we
not
do.
it's not easy because you were literally becoming an adult, and you
Yeah.
are stripping identity. Anytime you strip identities, I find, from your life in one way or another, whether it's like switching jobs or even retiring or what, like, doesn't even have to be job related. Maybe you're done school. Well, now what? It's always
Yes.
hard. Change is hard.
It is.
And
Absolutely.
as a teenager too, in those like formative years in particular, where you're still trying to get
And
your
the
shit together.
hormones too. That's a huge hormonal shift,
Hormones.
like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
all like,
Oh, no kidding. No kidding.
you know.
Yeah, it's a tough time for
I
sure.
feel like there is a lot more support for kids in school now than there used to be. We
Yeah.
had a school counselor. I had seen the school counselor a few times. In my high school years, my parents divorced, and I lost one of my very close cousins who was like my brother. So I did speak to the school counselor, and I remember that, and they had, got me in touch with that he needed to. But I don't it was very like one off. It wasn't like
Mhm.
something that your teachers really said, like, if you're struggling, go talk to like I don't, maybe there were those conversations, but I think now it's
I don't recall any of that.
no, where
It used
now,
to
like,
be,
I hear a kid, teenagers being like, okay, I've got someone to talk to, or, you see more of that
that's good.
support. Maybe I'm making assumptions, but I do think it's a lot better than what it used to be.
I would say it is for sure. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what our goal with this episode too was, just to kind of carry on these conversations and talk about
Yeah.
a couple of areas where we still see stigmas attached to, right? And
Yes.
just ones that are relatable to our own personal experiences that we actually have experienced and can talk about ourselves.
Yes.
So if you were to kind of give some advice to your younger self in relation to mental health, what in a nutshell would you say?
I think just talk about it in general is a good place to start.
Yeah.
Because I think there's, as a teenager, just a lot of fear and a lot of thinking that people won't understand. And like your parents aren't gonna understand, but like they're still adults. So they've been through
Yeah.
some of it, right?
Yeah.
So even if they don't understand you as a teenager, it's still really important to speak up
Absolutely.
because, with other things in my life, I do remember going to counseling, but it was like because my parents told me, not because I went to them. It was like, you need to go. And it's like, oh, like it's not a good feeling kind of being told that something's wrong with
No.
you. And then like you got to go.
Yeah.
Where had I said something, I feel like the trajectory would have been a lot different. It's not easy to speak up. I still struggle speaking up. But
Yes.
I
Yeah.
feel like if, I had more confidence in what I was feeling is valid and validated, then I would have had that, so it's multifaceted there. But yeah, if anything, just talk to someone about it. Like, and it's could be the hardest thing you can do.
And maybe it won't be your parents, because I feel like there's
Maybe it
parents
won't
out
be.
there too, and there's situations out there where the parents don't have the capacity or the capabilities to even have
No.
those conversations with their children.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it's not them, then talk to somebody else that you trust.
Anyone.
And, I would say personally, just don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Your feelings are always valid, no matter
Yes.
if somebody understands them or not. They are always valid. It's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay to cry.
Yeah.
It's okay. And it's okay to show your feelings.
Yeah.
So remember that, everybody.
Yeah. And it's not wrong to feel the way you do either.
It's
Like,
so important to have these conversations.
yeah,
We're going
emotions
to
are emotions. Like, yeah.
exactly. But for so long, society is always, like, think about things like don't cry like a girl, or like all those fucking
Yeah.
things that
Big boys
you,
don't
at least,
cry.
yeah, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
that have infiltrated societal or systematic,
Yeah.
I don't know, areas, I guess, so called. It's
Yeah.
just, it's everywhere. So it's really important individually to really take a stand and to speak up.
Yes.
And on that note of speaking up, we're going to go to our little segment of How Do You Like Us Now?
Yes.
We're going to flip the little, script here. And we're going to talk about the impact of fucking shitty people. How else do I? The impact of shitty people who are unfucking healed. And I'm not saying that all unhealed people bleed onto others, because that's
No.
not true. I know many, many spiritual practitioners, friends, whatever, that have been through. Well, we all have trauma. We all have baggage.
Of
We all have
course.
bullshit.
Yep.
These are people, that have chosen to kind of, you can go two ways. You either turn around, you start projecting all your insecurities and your bullshit onto other people, Or you can kind of turn around and go, you know what, that really sucks that happened to me, and I am not going to do that to anybody else,
Yep.
you know, and start to kind of look into your own self and start to heal and start to get some self-awareness about the root cause of things and where they come from, and
Right.
looking at your shadow self, and why you have these thoughts and feelings and patterns and behaviors, and are these actually my words in here, or are these from other asshole people that have put them in there? That is one big thing that I did when I started really healing my shit, was going, are these my thoughts and feelings? Like, are these actually, or are these from my past toxic relationships? Because I had several as an adult, and this is
Yeah.
why I'm so fucking picky with the next person that comes in permanently.
And that's hard to do because I
Uh,
mean, like, try to differentiate what's actually yours
it
versus
is.
what, could be a friend, a parent, a coworker, or
It
whatever.
totally
It's
is.
kind of
But
like,
it's so liberating at the same
yeah,
time when you start to go, like, even things, even small things. I remember thinking, because, for example, my mom hates vacuuming, hates vacuum. I grew up hating vacuuming.
right.
Now, one day I was vacuuming and I'm like, oh, wait, I'm like, do I actually hate this? Or, is this my mom's, words and her thoughts and feelings around vacuum? No, I fucking hate vacuuming. I figured that one out no, I hate to vacuum.
I hate doing
It
floors,
sucks.
so
Yeah,
I'll
I know.
vacuum
I don't know what it
flopping. I'm
is.
like,
I know. It just doesn't work for my brain.
no,
But things
no,
like that, self-awareness, so
yes,
important.
yes.
So, and don't let these other fuckers like bring you down.
No, and you're gonna, I mean, people come at, what is it? People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Yes.
So, for whatever category they may fit, you're gonna get some fucking sour, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Sour eggs? No, what do
Fuckers.
you, what?
Sour fuckers.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works
I
too.
mean, some people are just fuckers, honestly.
Yeah, it's, you're
I'm
gonna get
sorry, but
it,
they just
yeah.
are.
And yes, and it's, you can't let one freaking bad peach ruin the bundle. I'm trying to be so. Why am I
Why
trying
are
to
you
be so
so
polite
cute?
about this? I
Okay.
know. I don't know.
I can tell you have a small child because I'm
I
like,
Yeah. I'm
fuckers.
kind of
And you're
like.
like talking about peaches.
I'm like, oh, a sour peach. Like,
But
okay, grandma. Fuck. Like,
no, but you're
anyways.
absolutely true. Or it's absolutely true. And you're absolutely right about
Yeah.
that, right? You know, you know yourself best, and you know who you are as a person. And I say this about everybody, but there are certain people out there that just will not obtain that self-awareness or be able to
No.
kind of look at their shit. Most of them, I would say, are probably the narcissistic types, but that's a whole other podcast episode. But yeah, so just don't let those fuckers, those peaches, bring you down.
No. And it's hard letting go of those people. I've had some experiences
Yeah.
where it's very, very hard letting go of those people because they're dear friends or,
Oh yeah.
whatever, boyfriends, family members and stuff. And I've had my heart broken by a few friends sometimes. And but
Fuck them. No.
rock 'em.
Sorry.
You have to be willing to let it go
Yes.
because it's going to bring you
You
down.
can't
And
control other people.
no, you can't control
No.
other people, and it's like not worth it for you. Like
Exactly.
I don't have time for that shit.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
how do you fucking like me now? I don't have time for your
How
shit.
do you fucking like us now?
Yeah,
Exactly.
So
Well, on
yeah,
that note, yeah, that was, holy shit, we got to do a fucking card pull.
yeah, we
Sorry.
do. I want to. Let's do a
So
card
we had
pull
a
now.
whoop whoop. What the hell did we have in May? We had, well, okay, so we had the first full moon on May 1st.
Yes. Yep. We
The
just
full
had a
flower moon,
yeah.
and then we have a second rare full moon on May 30th, I believe it is. May
Okay.
31st. I'm checking my little notes here.
Wonderful.
And that'll be known as the blue moon. So
The
I thought
blue
we'd go with the
moon.
Moonology deck
Yeah, I
today.
love moon. Oh, if you're looking for a deck, this is like
On
awesome starter deck.
and
Yeah.
it's
Well, I
so,
say starter deck, but yeah, I
no, it
love
is totally, it's
Moonology.
an oracle. Or oracle cards are always kind of a starter
Yes,
deck
yes,
too. And
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. And also Auzzie played with it. So
I was
I'm
gonna
like,
say, I'm like, aw.
so that's always, but I love it now. I'm like, oh, thanks, Auzzie. I didn't love it at the time.
You
Like,
know.
that's nice. I just bought the deck.
Oh, he
All
blessed
right.
your deck.
Left or right?
Right.
Left or right?
Left.
left or right?
I'll go left again.
Yeah. I don't know. One,
Huh.
2, 5, 6. Between 1 to 6. Pick a number. We have to obviously do this a little bit differently because we're
Yeah.
not in person. So
Let's go 5.
shocking. New moon in Capricorn. It's all about stepping up and leading. So step up and lead. Woo! How do I do this?
I put it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Step up and lead. I won't get into the whole glossary of that, but I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. New moon in Capricorn, step up and lead.
There we go. I
That
like
goes
it.
right back to the whole energy we were talking about in the beginning.
Yep.
And stepping up and leading too is just honestly as well, like put yourself first. Put
Yes.
yourself
Yeah.
first, prioritize yourself, and step up for yourself. Show up for yourself.
Yep.
And don't let anyone bring you down or fuck with your energy.
No.
Step up and lead.
Yeah. Fabulous.
So, thank you
And
so
if
much
you
for
don't step up and lead for your own mental health, then nothing's going to matter anyways. Because if you're not
exactly.
in a good spot, nothing else matters.
You
So
can't pour from an empty cup.
you sure can.
It doesn't
Mine's not
fucking work
empty at
that
my
way.
apple juice. Oh.
There's a lot of F-bombs being thrown out today. I swear we must still be in Aries energy, eh? Close to? I don't know.
I don't know, actually. I should know
Feeling
this.
that fiery energy.
Well, we could be in Taurus soon. What are we today? The 4th? I think we're already in Taurus.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Well, that's the bull, though. So, boom.
Yeah.
Anywho, on that note, thanks so much for tuning into this podcast episode with us, Jules and myself, the boss. How do you like us now? We are on YouTube under the Nina DeBoss podcast. Also, This Witch is Viral is also under there. And I will be releasing another episode of This Witch is Viral this month as well, the 4th Thursday of the month. This is always the 2nd Thursday of the month. You can also find us on Instagram under the Nina DeBoss podcast. I know it's just the way I had to do it because it's one account and 2 podcasts. So, but this is the only one with Jules. So, I'm biased and I think that's the bestest. But anywho, yeah, I'll be all right. Other than that, thank you so much. And we hope that you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Have a great month and we'll be back June 11th.
See you
Cheers.
then.
Bye. Okay. Stop record. Stop.